I'm Jeff Philbin, here daily to relieve your dinner time dread of dull dishes with inspiration for something new that you can make tonight. We have a 2-for-1 seafood special. First up, a new twist on a New Orleans staple, Seafood Monica. It has nothing to do with friends. We'll explain it all. Plus, how one of these can stop your dinner from looking cookie cutter. How to plate up the way the pros do. I'm joined in the Dinner DeeAs kitchen by a man whose fame has spread much farther than the Safety Harbor Market and restaurant he runs called The Tides. Chef John Walker shares his seafood skills on Instagram and TikTok, where he's racked up over 1 million likes with videos like this.
All right, so we've sauteed our garlic just for about 30 seconds. We're taking our mussels, which have already been cleaned, and they're going in. Now there's gonna be a little fire. And we're finishing this off with a little bit of butter. Gives it a little bit of viscosity and a little bit of richness to it. All that sauce goes in, all the mussels on top, that one too. Voila, it's delicious, and it just took that long.
So cool. Chef John, welcome to the Dinner DeeAs kitchen. I am just one view of almost that 7 million views that video took. So how does it feel every day to invite the world into your workplace?
Feels pretty good. It's had some great response, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we're teaching people to be a little more comfortable with seafood.
I absolutely love it. Super cool. Today, Chef John is sharing a recipe with us, Seafood Monica, which is his take on a crawfish Monica, named for the wife of the New Orleans chef who created it back in 1984. And this has become a staple of the New Orleans Jazz Festival.
It has. It has. And it's usually made with crawfish only. Today we're doing it a little bit differently.
Okay.
We are doing seafood, and so we're adding some shrimp to it.
Nice.
So all we are doing is adding a little bit of oil and some
what
garlic.
type of oil are you using right now?
So we're using avocado. We're really making a push to be seed oil free.
Okay.
We've still got a little bit of ways to figure out. But we're getting closer every day.
Okay.
I've added a little bit of shrimp and some crawfish in here. So we're just making a nice base. The shrimp is cooked about halfway.
Okay.
So
and we've got fresh shrimp here. I gotta ask you the question though, because everyone wants to know. What's your take on frozen?
I think there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
There's a lot of people. Again, know your source.
Yeah.
If you know your source, you're going to have great quality ingredients, and that's really what we focus on at the Tides Market.
All right. Now, what did you just add there?
I added a little bit of white wine,
Okay.
and I'm adding a little bit of our house seasonings.
Okay.
So the house seasoning it's really basic. It's
basic.
It's salt, pepper, and granulated garlic.
Okay.
That's it. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, 1 part salt, 1 part black pepper, 1 part granulated garlic.
To grab Chef John's recipe for his Seafood Monica, head to dinnerdeas.com. The easiest way to find us is using the camera up on your phone. All you have to do, just point at the TV, zoom in on that square in the corner of the screen, which is called a QR code, because when your phone sees it, a link to our site will appear right on your phone. Okay, so what did you just add in next here?
I added in heavy cream. So we're going to let this cook and reduce a little bit, and then when it gets to the right consistency, we will puree it. And at that point, you really could just put it in a bowl and have a spoon.
I absolutely love it.
And put some herbs on top or some croutons and call it a day.
I love that. And this is going to be tossed with a beautiful pasta. It looks like you have, what, fusilli pasta over there?
Yep, we do. And that is handmade here in Tampa.
Nice.
Pasta Company.
Okay.
And they're a great partner. But this is doing great. I think the next thing that we need to do is get the pasta cooking. And I'm going to let you be the pasta man.
I'd absolutely love to. Oh, this looks absolutely fantastic. Very cool.
Absolutely. I'd let it rip. I'd put it all in there.
Our Seafood Monica has some more simmering to do, so we're taking a quick break. But when we come back, Chef John shares his tips for the best seafood seasonings ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Chef John Walker is with us today. He runs the Tide Seafood Market in Safety Harbor. Oh, and he also educates the world in all things seafood on social media on the side. He's been making a seafood Monica though with us. Crawfish, shrimp, pasta, and a Parmesan cream. All good, nothing bad there in my books. Before the break, we cooked garlic and avocado oil, adding crawfish, shrimp, a little wine, some seasoning, and heavy cream. Then we put our local pasta on the cook, fusilli, for trapping in that beautiful taste inside that corkscrew that's just gonna bring it all together. During the break, we added butter to our seafood sauce. So we got the pasta was already cooked, drained, and ready to go. So what do we need to do to finish the sauce?
So I would like for you to use that immersion blender and blend this until it's smooth. I'm going to add some garlic over here to this pan. So we want that nice and smooth. And I'm going to add our other shrimp and crawfish. And if you tilt that to one side, it'll kind of pull
it all together. Yeah. I always like to get like at least the first little bit in and then start bringing it in. Now we got a little bit more here. We'll bring this down here.
All right, I'm going to season this with just a little bit of our house Creole seasoning. Any other Creole seasoning, Zatarain's blackened seasoning would work. Paul Prudhomme's Seafood Magic would work.
All right.
I suppose you could use Old Bay.
Suppose you could. Okay.
I suppose you could.
So you say it away. So I gotta ask you, what's your favorite?
My favorite is the one that we use. It's not too spicy. It's not too salty. There's no MSG. I know what's going into it. But a close second would be Zatarain's, and then Paul Prudhomme obviously puts out some great products.
He's still the mainstay in that regard.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Awesome. Now, is this smooth enough for you? You want to go smooth? Okay.
That is. Taste, absolutely.
Let's go for it.
Needs a little cheese.
Okay.
Needs a little bit of cheese.
Just a little? Oh, now we're going all in for it.
Yeah, now we get there we go.
To grab Chef John's recipe for this New Orleans classic, head to dinnerdeas.com. Find us fast on your phone by scanning that QR code down there on the screen. All right, I think that is
looking good.
Smooth.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this right into this.
So that just got a little bit more flavors over here. Look at that, just come together like that. Oh.
All right, so we've got that. I'm going to set this off to the side. I'm going to add some herbs.
Okay.
The recipe calls for chives. We use a chive, parsley, thyme mixture.
Okay.
So now I'm just going to mix this together and get this all hot. And then all we need to do is put the pasta in.
Nice.
It's nice, it's thick. This would be great too, just on like a piece of French bread.
I was just going to say, you get a nice little loaf of bread and you just kind of start dipping with it. I'm just saying, could be a new appetizer.
It could be something you see at the Tides. So we're just going to put my towel in the pot. We're going to put that in here and then
give it a nice little toss here.
A little tossy toss.
And the fusilli pasta is like an absolute game changer for a dish like this because it's just going to lock everything in.
It's the perfect vehicle for sure.
Oh.
So it's a little thick, which is okay. It's never a bad problem. And then we're just going to keep this moving and get it hot. Make sure that pasta is nice and hot all the way through. We are going to add a little more
cheese?
A little more cheese, because you can never have enough cheese.
Never have enough cheese.
You know the other thing you can never have enough of?
Oh, I don't know. Could it be a certain little ingredient called butter?
Butter, baby.
All right.
So we're going to add a little bit of butter. We're going to work that in.
Nice. That's just going to smooth it out so nicely on this.
Yeah, it does. It definitely adds viscosity. It adds flavor. And it's just this is the thing that it needs at the end.
You know, beyond that though, it's a quick dish. When we really think about putting everything together, it's quick.
Here's the thing: is that if you could make the sauce and have soup one day, and then the next day you could turn that into a pasta. So yeah, there's a ton of different.
So it's economical in its way too, because you can spread it out across many different ways.
Absolutely. And if you don't like crawfish, just use shrimp.
Yeah.
And if you don't like shrimp, use crawfish. If you don't like either one of them, use your favorite shellfish or fish. I mean, this could be really versatile into several different dishes.
I love
All
that.
right, I'm going to turn this off.
Sounds good.
And then I think we should grab that beautiful bowl over there.
Okay. Here, you want to bring it over on this side here?
Yeah, let's do that. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to put that towel down there. And then I just like to start in the middle.
Oh.
We're going to build a little height.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab a little more cheese.
Oh, come on now.
And then we're going to grab a little more herbs.
Oh, now you're just teasing us.
And then that's it. It's simple, it's easy, it's straightforward.
I love it.
And most importantly, it's delicious.
It's absolutely going to be delicious because we have one dish done, but more show to go. When we come back, how to make a meal with a mold and stack it like a top chef. Ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're cooking today with Chef John Walker of the Tide Seafood Market and Provisions in Safety Harbor, who's with us today sharing his recipe for two dishes, New Orleans-inspired seafood Monica, and in a moment, a tuna tartare. Before the break, we finished our seafood Monica. It was that quick. We sauteed more garlic, shrimp, and crawfish, and blended down our sauce from earlier in the show, then brought it all together with our cooked pasta, plus more cheese and more butter, some fresh herbs. Bring it all together for the perfect plate of seafood pasta. And talking of perfect plating tricks, we're about to learn some more as we make a tuna tartare.
This is really approachable.
Totally.
This is a great way to have a nice light meal.
All right.
All right, so I put the tuna into a bowl. I've got some of our house seasoning mixed into that.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a few sesame seeds. Actually, I'm gonna put a bunch of sesame seeds in there. And then what we need is a little sesame vinaigrette, because that's what we want to toss this with.
And to watch a video of that recipe, find it on our website, dinnerdeas.com.
All we're really looking to do is coat this. We're not looking to make tuna soup by any stretch of the imagination. So we're just going to take a little bit. And this is fresh tuna, never frozen. We buy #1 grade tuna. I'm going to put just a little bit of avocado oil in. And again, avocado oil is a nice neutral oil. It just brings a little bit of fat to this. It just kind of rounds the dish out a little bit. I'm going to put a glove on.
Sure.
I may use a spoon and I may use
And all you
my
did
hand.
when you brought any of those liquids again was just give it a nice coating, but not to soak it.
That's it. That's it. All because what we don't want to do is we're going to press on it a little bit, and we don't want dressing to go everywhere. So into the ring mold cookie cutter, biscuit cutter. You could even actually do this in a coffee mug. If you did it in a coffee mug, you'd have to start in reverse because you would end up turning it over.
You would just turn it over.
So
what keeps it then from being able to just kind of fold out or anything right now?
So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, right? And so we're just going to push it down with our spoon. We're going to push it so that it fills that mold.
And how important is it to just really gently go into it versus like really like press?
You don't want to put a lot of muscle into it, because if you do, you'll get dressing that kind of comes around the side, and you're not going to make any friends that way.
No friends want that
friends,
one. You want the integrity of this tuna to shine.
Right. So then we're going to put a little. This is a half an avocado that we've just smashed, and put a little bit of our salt, pepper, and garlic mixture.
Okay. So that SPG's coming back into play here.
SPG is in everything. It's a mainstay in our kitchen. Obviously, we use salt and pepper and garlic in different ways, but we do use it as a base for all of our seasonings.
Okay.
And so I'm just kind of working this around.
And what's the purpose right now of working it around like that and taking so much finesse to get it?
Just so that it's a nice, even layer.
Okay,
we don't want to have it sort of
off.
Yeah. It's not gonna be a perfect layer, but it's just a way to get a nice,
to really see it.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay.
So we're gonna put a few cucumbers on top, and then I'm just gonna push that down as well, and then pickled onions. So pickled onions, people get a little, confused how to make them. It's super easy.
So how is it super easy then?
So
what can you do?
all we did was we took a red onion, and we julienne it. And you can see how much liquid is in here, right?
Yeah.
Some of that has come off of the onion itself, but what we do is we cover it in lime juice, and then season it with salt.
That's simple. So it's just those acids that are truly cooking it.
Put it in a non-reactive pan, either glass or plastic. Put it in the refrigerator overnight.
Okay.
It's a done deal. So now is the great unveiling. So we're just putting some nice even pressure.
Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful that looks.
You got that. And then I'm going to take this off.
Wow.
Put this right here. We're going to garnish this. This is some beautiful microgreens that we get from Brick Street Farms.
Very
in
cool.
St. Pete.
Very cool.
So we'll put that on top.
Very cool people. We've had them on the show too before. They're great.
They're great.
Really great.
All of our greens, all of our microgreens, everything comes from them. And then we're just going to garnish this with some potato chips that we fry.
And these are made fresh in the restaurant.
From potatoes.
From potatoes. From potatoes. Just using the mandolin and just going with some really thin slices?
Yep, some thin slices. And then, I don't think I put this in the recipe, but this is the X factor here. So this is pink peppercorn, black peppercorn, and salt.
Nice.
And we're just going to use this as a garnish around the outside, give it a little extra seasoning on the chips, and then this is dinner. This is dinner for two with a glass of wine. This is an appetizer. This is something you can start. You have a dinner party, just something you can put out. It's just that easy. High quality tuna, ripe avocado, cucumbers, some pickled onions. The easy recipe, the easy dressing.
That's all you need. It's all you need, because if you make this or the seafood Monica for your dinner, let us know. You can email us, dinnerdeas@fox.com. That's what Mary Beth is. She's watching us in Seminole. Hi, Mary Beth. She saw my trip to Captain Hubbard's Marina where we selected seafood together, and he shared his family recipe for grouper. Mary Beth told us, we decided to have grouper for dinner after watching Captain Dylan prepare his. The recipe was absolutely delicious, and the grouper was so tasty. We will definitely use this recipe again. Thank you both. Chef John, I mean, come on now. You're getting grouper in too at the restaurant. Got any other tips for Mary Beth and others that are like, hey, I want to try grouper in another way?
We sell a ton of grouper, and actually we were voted best grouper sandwich in Tampa Bay last year by the Tampa Bay Times and Creative Loafing. The Tampa Bay Times, it's voting time again now, so vote for us for best grouper sandwich. Take that Creole seasoning, whether it's Zatarain's, Paul Prudhomme's, Black and Magic, come to the shop, buy ours.
Okay.
Season it liberally, both sides.
Yeah.
Put it on the grill, about 3 minutes aside, a brioche bun. That's
That's like the best black and grouper sandwich at that point.
That's it.
Can't wait for that one, but I cannot wait for these dishes, because after the break, we're taste testing our seafood Monica and this tuna tartare ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz. It's been another seafood spectacular today with Chef John Walker from the Tides in Safety Harbor. They're a seafood market and restaurant, or as the Tampa Bay Times food critic put it, one of the best seafood restaurants around. Chef John's been sharing how to make two dishes, a seafood Monica, crawfish, shrimp, pasta, and this tuna tartare, which if you just tuned in, you can make at home. Chef John said so. He gave you the permission to do so, and all you need to do is just watch the show again at dinnerdiaz.com to learn how. So, where do you want to go on this journey together? We want to start with the tuna tartare? Your smile just perked right up where you're like, all right, let's go right into it.
I love it. So I like to just get a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Put it on my chip here.
Okay. And you go straight down, pulling all
get all of it in there.
That beautiful avocado mash that is just sitting right on top of that tuna that had that beautiful vinaigrette that we made.
I'm gonna use my fingers here.
You're going right in. I love it, my friend. Go right ahead. I'm gonna get that pickled onion.
Right?
That's what friends do, exactly. Oh yeah.
Nice light bite.
That vinaigrette that just is like the glue for it all to kind of come together. It doesn't take away from the beauty of the tuna, but accentuates all of that butteriness from it, that just beautiful burst of just flavor there.
The creamy avocado, a little bit of bite from the pickled onion, freshness from the cucumbers.
Everything's working. And then a beautiful chip. that just sometimes just doesn't get its like fair share of joy and love.
Potatoes.
It's potatoes.
It's just potatoes.
A potato done right.
That's right.
All right, let's see what's going on with the pasta now.
And you know, remember, this can be done with all kinds of different seafood.
But as it is done right now, though, I don't know if I want any more seafood because it is so good.
I'm going back in.
And there's two ways in which that the shrimp and the crawfish were celebrated, right? Mm-hmm. We started with using it and then just blitzing it to create that beautiful sauce that then was folded back in with more of that seafood.
Well, and don't forget, that sauce could be thinned down, add a little cream, a little sherry. You've got a great bisque. I mean, that's just sort of the basis of it all.
And a great pasta that just absolutely completes it. It just locks in all that beautiful flavor.
You know, we've talked a couple times, but if you start with great ingredients, you don't have to do a lot. Season it. It needs butter. Let's be honest. Everything needs a little butter.
A little butter.
A little salt and pepper, you know. But you start with great ingredients, and it doesn't take much. None of the stuff that we did today was overly complicated. It was simple, all with tools that you have at the house. Simple, easy, delicious.
I love it. So much fun with you today, my friend. Thanks again to Chef John. A link to the Tides and his social media channels are at our website, dinnerdeas.com, which is where you can grab the recipe for the dishes we've made today. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time with more Dinner Dias. This is really good.